Quarry, the Quarry, the ever since I've been playing that game, I still don't know how to say the title. The Quarry, the Quarry. There you go. The Quarry. That is when I first saw the trailer of that game. I was like, "Yo, this game looks sick." It's like, okay, look, the Quarry. Okay, first of all, it's about a game. It's a game where there's nine. I think it's 7 to 9. I think it's 7 or 9 counselors who are young adults. They're out at summer camp, and it's their last day of staying at the summer camp and at the Hackers Quarry stuff. And it something like when it's nighttime, something is happening. Like there's some issues going on. It's kind of like, it kind of reminded me of like a Scooby-Doo. It kind of did, but they all went separate ways. Go to this side. So for example, like that game, when I first heard about that, when I first saw the trailer of that game, the reason why I wanted to play that game was because you guys have some like real actresses in this game. Like these actors I've heard of before. I've seen them in some movies. Like, yeah, I've seen them in some TV shows and some movies before. Like you guys have Justice Smith. Is it Justin Smith or Justice Smith? Yeah, like when I first when I found out that, yo, he's in the game, I'm like, yo, he's in a video game? Like, I like some of his films. I like it when he was in The Get Down off of Netflix. I like it when he was in Jurassic World, and I haven't seen the Pokemon one yet, but I know that he's in it, But yeah, like you guys have some actors in it. Like I've seen them in movies before. I'm not a fan of a lot of these actors and actresses, but I'm a fan. Like, I mean, I'm but I've heard of y'all before, right? So anyway, for example, The Quarry, is one of those horror games. I never played a horror game before. Let me tell you something. I never played a horror game. That was my first experience. My first experience playing this game, And this game is one of those quick time events games where this game it's not even it's most likely this game is not even a video game. It's more like a video game / movie, but the thing is, like, it's almost like you're the director and the producer of this movie. You make your own decisions, you know what I'm saying? And so when I first saw the trailer of that movie, of that game, I'm like, okay, it's a horror movie. It looks cool. I like the theme of this, I like the theme of this game, but I was like, yeah, I want to try this out. But I never thought about, when I first bought the game, I never thought about, put it onto this channel. That's why, there's a part 1 and a part 2 in this on my YouTube channel, but I didn't continue playing it because I'm like, it doesn't, once again, in the beginning of the video, I said, it doesn't feel right putting modern games onto my channel where I have a lot of retro gameplays and stuff. So I want to keep it retro, But with the Quarry, it's just, I just love the game so much, bro. I just love the game so much. That's why I said, this is the best game of the year for me, But when I saw the trailer, I didn't know this game was about werewolves. I did not know it was about werewolves, bro. I really did not know it was about werewolves. Like, the trailer, you don't see at least if I can remember, the trailer, it didn't show no werewolves. All it shows, like, oh, these counselors, they're in summer camp and it's nighttime and they're going through some stuff over there. I'm like, yo, this game is kind of like spooky, scary, and I'm not really a big fan of horror stuff, films and video games. I'm not into it. I'm not saying I'm not into it. It's just video games. I never experienced that before, so I want to give this game a try. And when I played it, I was like, okay, this game is cool. You don't have to be a pro gamer to play this game. You don't have to. All you're doing is just, the whole entire game is just nothing but cutscenes. You don't have to be a pro gamer to play this game. You can just kick back and just have friends, choose their characters, and then they make their own decisions, and the story goes wherever path you chose and stuff. But that, as an example, is where I played a game that I wanted to try out. I never, and there's a lot of horror games that are like this. You got And you got what is it? The Dark Picture. You got those episodes. I think they go by series. I think, yeah. Right now, I'm currently playing Dark Picture. The first one, the Man of Dan. No, what is it called? Man of Denan? No, Medan. I think it's called Medan. Man of Medan. But it's good. It's good, by the way. But I've never played a horror game that's where you play as these characters back and forth and it has chapters, and all you're doing is just making decisions, making path routes. You know, you ain't gotta work. You ain't gotta be good at the game. You barely move in the game. But this is the game that's like a mystery horror kind of thing, where yeah, you find evidence, you know, but those evidence and those paths can affect your story, how it's going to end, on the what's going to happen in the next chapter and what's going to happen at the end. You got to make good decisions. But yeah, with that game, it's just like, yo, this game is crazy. And when I was playing this game, it was like, for once, I did not know this game was about werewolves. I did not know. Because in the trailer, it didn't show no werewolves. The first trailer, it didn't. I don't think, if I can remember, it didn't show no character. So I thought this game was about, oh, it's a killer out there. It's a slaughter. I thought it was gonna be like some Friday 13 vibe. That's why. That's what made me want to get the game. I thought it was like some Friday 13 stuff. Like, oh, there's a butcher, a killer out there, and or killers of a family member who's the family, like the Hackett's family. I thought the Hackett's family were like slaughters, but like, no, this game is about werewolves. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, the game, it was sick. Like, I love, and first of all, I actually did like the way how my story ended. I like the way how my story ended. I had, like, some of my counselors, they survived, some of them didn't, which some of them I did not expect them to die. So I was like, dang. So this game is getting more intense. It's scaring me. It's scaring me because it's like, it's hard. It gives me some time. Like, I don't know, what should I choose? Should I do this? Should I hide? Should I run? Should I do this? I'm like, yo, I gotta pause the game and stop for a minute, because it's like, once again, this is a first experience. I've never played a game that's like this. Like, for example, like, I never played, like, before this game, there was Until Dawn. I'd never played Until Dawn. I'd never played that game before. I never played it, but a lot of people are saying that when this game, The Quarry, came out, a lot of people were saying, like, is it a sequel of Until Dawn? And I'm like, I've heard of the game Until Dawn, like, back in 2015. I heard that back in high school. Everybody was talking about the game, but I never played it before. I never owned it. But yeah, people were saying, like, it's just like Until Dawn. It's like a sequel. But I'm like, they're saying that it's not really, because it's all different characters. But the way how the story is probably the same. So I might get a chance to play that game. But yeah, like, I've never played games where you make decisions. I'm always into playing games that's third person. You shoot, or you fight, or you got to be good at the game. You upgrade your characters and all that stuff. I'm more used to playing Call of Duty, GTA 5. I mean, Grand Theft Auto. Games that's like open. I love playing open world games. That's the thing about me. I love playing open world games. That's my favorite type of video games that I like to play. So with this game, The Quarry, it's like, no, it's not like that. This game is like crazy. Like, you make your decisions. Whatever decision you make, there's no right or wrong choice. By the way, there's no right or wrong choice. Like, if you play the game, you know how the game goes. But yeah, but hey, I'm talking too much about this, The Quarry. I just want to point that out, because that's something that's like, that game is clean as hell. Like, I just love the game so much. I love the game. But I even looked up, the death scenes and extra clips, like extra scenes that I didn't go through. I just want to, yeah, I go on YouTube and I search up a lot of extra scenes that I've never seen before. So I know the whole entire game now. I know the whole entire scenes. I know what happens if you did choose this. What happens if you didn't choose that? If you didn't shoot her or whatever. Blah 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 blah. I know everything now. But anyway, yeah. So